All right, we are back. Fast forward about 25 years. We're still basically fighting the French and Romans, the French and Mongolians, and um, like I think I want computers to get to the automobile, but hold on one second. I have to look up my list. Hmm, I should be able to build the automobile. Should be able to build it right now, but I can't. It's not letting me. So our enemies are still basically the same. I've been expanding some trade. I've found the capital city of Greece. I've also found a civilization over here, which is either the Egyptians or the Russians. So I'm going to bring a diplomat and some caravans over to him, get him familiar with each other. Oops. Um, so more of basically the same. One of the um, things that we did is we achieved our goal. We've connected the northern part of the continent with the southern part of the continent, and we did it in the year 1650. I think that was in our last video. I showed you that. If not, it was towards the end of it. Um, and we're going to take off from there. So since they're going to have to come this way, oh crud, that was an accident. Um, I hope they don't attack that caravan. They might though. Um, Gotta think here. I'm trying to do two things at once, and it's not really working out all that well. So we're still basically in the same spot with the Mongolians. I haven't attacked them. Eventually I will once I develop the shit. Once I develop the automobile, I'll go over there and knock them around a little bit. Um, I could go after them, but I won't. So this playthrough's basically been, um, for those of you who haven't played Civilization 1, a little bit of an informative playthrough. Those of you who have, it's probably pretty rudimentary. You're picking through my strategy and saying, why didn't he do this or that? And as I say in the description of the video on YouTube, it's just for fun. Um, I've criticized my own play as I play. Um, and I think that's a good idea. As I said in a previous video, when you're creating your own goals, um, it allows you to advance yourself and allow you to get better at whatever it is that you're doing, if it's basketball or math or whatever it is that you are trying to get better at. If you create your goals, you can hold yourself accountable and you can achieve them. And then you'll feel accomplished that you did something. All right, so we'll see what's going on over there. Just, I'm going to just briefly pass the top of this peninsula because I've had a few Greek soldiers come this way, so I wonder if it's a city that's up here or if they landed here and just moved south. Not really that one thing is worse or better than another, it's just a curiosity that I have. Rhodes was an island, not a peninsula. That is why they called the state Rhode Island, because that at first they assumed that the state was an island, I believe. Um, I think that's correct. Maybe if you are a Rhode Islander, you can confirm or deny after you have some chowder. Watch the Patriots. St. John, when I built it, I said it's the oldest one incorporated city in Canada? Question mark. Um, I don't know whether that it was correct or not, but that was a fact on the Wikipedia. If you are from St. John, confirm or deny. I'm giving you some research to do. I'm giving you a homework assignment. Um, I'm keeping him unfortified or sentryed because I just want to have the ability to wake him up and use him offensively if I needed to. Ooh, it looks like the Mongols are going into disorder. That suggests that they may be changing their government. Although there's the automobile. Yeah, I don't need flight to create the automobile. It just wouldn't let me choose it. And Mongols, you are going to be in trouble. So I'm going to raise some money. That means I'm going to slow down production, and I'm doing it on purpose. And the reason is because I'm going to switch to producing lots of tanks. To attack these three Mongolian cities. I only really want those three. If I do any more than that, it's probably overkill and overextending my reach. So after I take those cities, I'll sue for peace. They may or may not go for it. Let's see who's over here. Who's over here? The Egyptians. Memphis is not their capital city in this game. It is in some other games. Are they going to want some money too? No. And I will be peaceful with them. Let's see if they know where the Russians are. They don't. So the Russians are somewhere in the world that we haven't discovered yet. Calgary's getting bigger. Ooh, I built my battleship. And if you remember, I believe the Michelangelo's chapel will forever make this city happy. So I have no problem building units because even though I'm building units, they will not be upset of war weariness because of that. Russians and Greeks sign a peace treaty, which means the Russians are near where the Greeks are. London. And you're going to be another place that's going to build a tank, so I'm going to make you build something bigger. So there's only 2 corruption here. This is trade and this is corruption, and you can turn corruption around by building a courthouse. But it may be more expensive to build it and maintain a courthouse than it is to just handle a little bit of corruption. And I think this is the case. I think if I built a courthouse, one of these would go away, giving me one more trade, and ultimately that would just cost more than dealing with the two corruption. It's kind of like how we handle corruption in real life, right? If it's too expensive, we kind of ignore that it even exists. That's cynical. I shouldn't be so cynical. Let's see what else is. Ooh, what's over here? Okay, I wonder what city this is. Thebes is the capital, so I'm going to want to trade with the Thebes mostly. Let's irrigate more of this river. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Establish embassy. And they're at war with us for some reason. I don't know why it keeps saying we're at war when we signed a peace treaty the last turn. Mongol government is overthrown. That's kind of what I thought. Remember, I saw. Oh, there's the Russians. I think that was a white unit, which means it was Russia. That means the Egyptians may have lied to me. I honestly don't know if the computer can lie in this game. That almost seems uncomputer-like. Gelf. Is that white? Oh! I just meant to right-click it. No. So, London changed to build a transport instead. Crud. Goodbye. We'll make our mistakes. And we have to learn to live with our mistakes. So, I hope you've been excuse me. I hope you've been enjoying the playthrough. It's relaxing and calm, and I'm not necessarily saying that if I don't win by 19,800 AD that this is a failure, but certainly I'm already in firm control, and if I did very little, it would easily be a victory for the Canadians. So now it's just maintaining a civilization and getting a little bit better and improving your cities, improving your units, learning a little bit more about your neighbors, defeating all of your Mongolian cavalry and legions, and I don't know why they were doing that. They left Nishapur and came back into it. I guess just to make it so that they felt like they achieved something today. So this civilization is by far my favorite, probably for nostalgia value more than it being an excellent game. It certainly has some flaws in it. You can cheat a little bit, like saving and then loading and then saving, but you can kind of do that in every game and then like the result or not like the result. I have some pollution here, and women's suffrage is going to be very helpful